Eucalyptus DEANEI. Eucalyptus DEANEI, commonly known as mountain blue gum, round-leaved gum, or Deane's gum, is a species of large tree endemic to New South Wales. It has smooth bark, land-shaped leaves that are paler on the lower surface, flower buds in groups of 7 to 11, white flowers, and cup-shaped to bell-shaped fruit. Description: Eucalyptus DEANEI typically grows as a straight forest tree, growing a height with a trunk diameter of up to breast height. Some specimens exceed, but in less than optimal sites it may be restricted to have a thicker trunk and more branching crown. The trunk has smooth pale grey or cream bark with a skirt of rougher greyish or brownish bark at the base. Young plants on coppice for growth have egg-shaped to more or less round leaves, long and wide. Adult leaves are arranged alternately along the stems, land-shaped, glossy dark green on the upper surface and paler below. They are long and wide on a petiole lawn. The flower buds are arranged in groups of 7, 9 or 11 in leaf axils on an unbranched peduncle long. The individual buds on a pedicel longitude. Mature buds are oval to pear-shaped, long and wide with a conical to rounded or beaked operculum. Flowering occurs from February to April and the flowers are white. The fruit is a woody cup-shaped to bell-shaped capsule, long and wide with the valves at rim level or slightly beyond. Taxonomy: Mountain blue gum was first formally described in 1899 by Henry Deane and Joseph Maiden, who gave it the name Eucalyptus salignivare. Harvey Floor and published the description in Proceedings of the Linnean Society of New South Wales. In 1904, Deane raised the variety to species status as East. DEANEI and published the change in Proceedings of the Linnean Society of New South Wales. Maiden named the tree in honour of my old friend Henry Deane, M.C.H., Engineer-in-Chief for Railway Construction of this state, my coadjutor in much work on the genus published in these proceedings, and whose stimulus and counsel in botanical work I have enjoyed for 20 years. He also noted that Maiden had drawn his attention to the tree in March 1888 at the Valley Blue Mountains. This eucalypt has been classified in the subgenus Symphyometus, section Latungulati, series Transversiis in blue gums by Ian Brooker and David Kleinig. Its two closest relatives are the flooded gum E. grandis and the Sydney blue gum E. salina. Its common name is derived from its roundish juvenile leaves, which also distinguish it from its closest relatives. In 1992, Laurie Johnson and Ken Hill described the New England population as a separate species East. Running from a specimen collected near Torrington, but the change is not accepted by the Australian Plant Census nor by the World Checklist of Selected Plant Families. Distribution and habitat: Eucalyptus DEANEI is found in two disjunct populations. The southern range is from Thermiter Brook, near Singleton, while the northern range is from Armadale on the northern tablelands through to the Dagula Range west of Brisbane. It is a dominant tree of tall forest in sheltered valleys where there is plenty of moisture, on clay or loam soils, and alluvial sands, although it sometimes grows on more elevated areas. They are most famously seen at the Blue Gum Forest in a Groves Valley within the Blue Mountains National Park. The botanist Ken Hill collected the species midway between the northern and southern populations west of Camboin. Associated trees include Sydney blue gum E, Salina grey gum E, punctata, messmate E, Obliqua, manigum E, Viminalis, river peppermint E, Alata, silver-top stringbark E, Leaverpinia, New England blackbutt E, Andrewsii, rough-barked apple, Angophora floribunda terpentens, and Copy glaw millifer, and forest oak Alcaciorina turulosa. Notable specimens: Located near Woodford in the Blue Mountains, the largest known was measured in 1978 at 78 meters tall and remeasured in 2010 at 71 meters tall with a diameter at breast height of 2.5 meters. Another large tree measures 65 meters high with a 6 meters diameter trunk in the Blue Gum Forest in the Grove Valley near Blackheath. Over 600 years old, it is a local landmark for bushwalkers.